It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. First of all, thank you very much for helping me get dressed. I don't know what you think, but I like the white V-neck, so thanks so much for weighing in on that conversation. Let's now weigh in on the latest in tech news. You may not know its name, but you've probably seen videos of Spot, the four-legged robot built and tested by Boston Dynamics before, sometimes doing unnerving things. And now the robot is preparing to leave the lab in favor of commercial use. It's nothing sacred. Does this mean we can all expect our own robot dog? Here to help us unpack this exciting advent is our friend in tech, Bryan Smith. Bryan, welcome, my
Thanks
friend.
Thanks very much. Great to be back.
This is pretty cool. Obviously, we've seen Spot do some pretty cool things showing where robotics is. And I think what really excites me is looking at you check with this freaky little hand that can extend and open a door so his other dog friend can sneak in silently. But in kind of emergency situations, you can imagine in areas where it could be very dangerous for people to enter or critical to get there in a particular time. But maybe we should start at the beginning before we look at the advent of adverts. How did Spot first come about, and why has it garnered so much acclaim, do you think?
Awesome. So I think most people, when they look at Spot itself, they imagine a robot dog because the connotation is exactly there.
Yeah.
But what's really interesting is that this isn't so much intended to be a robot dog as it is a research platform. So given that it has four legs and might resemble a dog, but this has actually been proven to be one of the most stable platforms while it moves around. And it's intentionally designed to be a modular platform, so you can attach different pieces of equipment to it.
Like a gun. No, please. That's
well, that's actually a pretty interesting point, is that although Boston Dynamics started as a military research company, this is absolutely intended not to be used in any warfare scenarios or anything beyond community policing. So the applications here are only beneficial and hopefully benevolent.
And already now you can start to see how well it's working, how well it moves, just missing the wagging tail. They must just do that application. But once now Spot leaves the lab, how will he be used? Do you see? What are some of the prominent uses?
So what actually Spot's going to be used for now is in commercial use. So this isn't necessarily up for private sale, but it is going to be up for corporations or NGOs or different organizations that have a different use case for Spot. So one of the number of different applications that's been put forward so far is perhaps equipping this unit with LiDAR sensors to allow it to map the indoor of buildings. There's also been raised the potential for, as you mentioned, for research and rescue operations, even law enforcement. So there are a number of different ways we could even use this unit, and perhaps one of the more interesting things is perhaps even in entertainment, in that Boston Dynamics is working with Cirque du Soleil to test this out in a sort of dancing entertainment role. So we could see this unit in a number of different roles.
I mean, we've seen drones being used in this way quite effectively. Could you imagine like 1,000 spots all doing like river dance or something along those lines? But I have a feeling that we have barely begun to kind of tap into the reservoir of resources that could be applied here. So Spot, good boy, I'm going to say, because I still can't not see you as anything other than a very useful and happy dog. They must add a little wagging tail. Bryan, thank you so much. Of course, you can keep up with all of the latest in tech. Bandwidthblog.com is where you can catch all of the latest and speak to Bryan directly.